this happens for me.
Hope? You can't get nowhere with hope.
It's what I've been dreaming of my whole life.
Dreams, you better wake up, girl.
It's my goal. I'm gonna set this
Goal? Honey, that is outdated thinking. Goals. What you talking about? I don't know if you want to call it hopes, dreams, or goals, but there is something inside of you that is in there, that was planted in there from a divine space, and you're supposed to do it here on this planet, whatever you want to call it. Destiny, purpose, goals, hopes, dreams. I'm going to show you how to find out what it is.
I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, they call me TSED. Like that. I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, they call me TSED. Like that.
Honey, you heard it here. We've got a different name for everything these days, so I don't know what you want to call it, and I'm going to let somebody else fight about that. But whether it is your hopes, your dreams, your calling, your purpose, your vision, your goal, there is something that you came here to do, and that calling comes from inside. Now, the problem is, as we're going through life, we start listening to what other people's callings were. And if they missed their calling or hit their calling, either way, everybody's got the best advice to give you about what you should be doing. So let's break it down by age. Little kids, you're at the stage where you're exploring the world and understanding what all the options are that are out there. You're in the process of exploration and investigation. You too, teens. But at the kid stage, you're really looking like, what are my options? What's out there? What could I be doing? What have others done? What are the needs? What are the issues? Where do I fit? Teens, you're still investigating, but you're a little bit more advanced than the kid stage. Now you're starting to identify problems and areas, and you're starting to feel this interest welling up inside of you. Now, don't get it wrong. Remember, it's not a one-size-fits-all, and some little kids are like playing piano at age 2, and they know that's what they came here to do, right? But some of us have no clue at that early age, and even through our teens, we're still trying to figure it out. I want to remind you that that investigation period is very important, and wisdom will come from you listening to other wise people. So please take wisdom in, take information in, be open-minded if you're a kid, if you're a teen. Listen to the people who are there to guide you. Just remember that you also need to match that up with the calling on your heart. And here's how you're going to know if that calling from your heart is really a calling from your heart. Now, remember, I'm just sharing with you my little old beliefs here. And I do believe that all of us have good innate within us. And that calling inside of us is going to reflect that goodness. It's going to be divine. It's going to be from a beautiful, wonderful space of love, creation, and expansion. So when you feel that calling inside of you to do something and bring something to this planet that expands other people and makes the world a better place, that helps you to spread love and your talent and your skill and improves all of us here on earth, it's probably your calling from within. If you're getting some other messages that are not positive, that are not here to help others and to uplift the world, that's something different. That's probably where you've let fear and anger and disappointment in life well up inside of you and become this nasty little resentment piece that's now focused on making bad things happen. That's not where we are, and that is not the calling that you have here on earth. If that's the case and that's what you're dealing with, please talk to somebody. Go reach out to a mental health professional, a doctor, a friend, a counselor, a coach, and get some redirection on that, because you're here to do something good. We all are. So the main heart and soul of this message for you today is, how do I know if that calling is from within or from without, as they say? Well, other people are going to tell you what their dreams were, what their hopes are, and what they perceive the world needs. But you're going to feel something specific inside of you, and you're going to need to nurture that and build the courage to follow it. So here's a little checklist you can follow. 1, is that calling inside of your heart positive and loving and uplifting to yourself and others? 2, does this desire on your heart feel good to you? Does it feel expansive and amazing and filled with this divine power of joy and positivity? 3, is it in line with your interests and skills and talents and the things that call your attention here in your beautiful body and your earthly experience? And 4, are you nurturing this desire, this calling with your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own feeling? Are you nurturing it from the inside? Or is it something that someone else is kind of pushing on you and telling you, this is what you got to do, this is what you got to do? Now, remember, if you don't feel guided and you do feel confused, of course there's going to be people in your life to help you along. That pushing and that guiding and those reminders can be super important for those of us who really need it. And for those of us who are feeling like we've got it, we just know it, we feel it, we see it, we dream about it, it feels great, it comes from inside, it's going to uplift the world, and it feels really powerful, like it was something divinely born in you, then of course, seek the people who support you, who are positive and also uplifting and have your well-being in mind, and let them continue to help uplift you from the outside too. Be mindful and be aware if people are trying to knock you off the path. It doesn't have to be on purpose, but people did not hear the calling that was put on your heart. When I started off being the self-esteem doctor, I remember telling people what my plans were, and I got questions like, well, why don't you just be a traditional psychologist? And I'm like, because that doesn't feel like my calling. Well, what's a self-esteem doctor anyway? I'm not even fully sure yet. I'm still creating her. Well, you should do this, and I don't know about that, and good luck to you. But I knew the calling on my heart. Well, sort of. What I mean is, in my case, the whole picture wasn't clear to me, but I always knew the next step that I was meant to take. When it was time to study something, when it was time to read something, when it was time to get another degree or certification in something, when it was time to reach out to clients, when it was time to really flex my muscle, when it was time to pray and meditate. And I followed that every single step of the way. And the end of that staircase is where I am now, honey. And by end, I mean there's no end to the staircase. I'm still climbing. Anyway, I hope you found this super inspiring and helpful. If you've got a goal, a dream, a vision, a purpose, a mission, all of that stuff, remember, make sure you follow that checklist. Make sure these things are being born from inside of you, that they're uplifting and ecological to our planet, to yourself, to others. Make sure that they really feel good to you when you think of them, and make sure that you recognize them as your own inner calling, that yes, can be nurtured from the beautiful, loving people around you. You got this, y'all. And remember, there's no one size fits all. Everything isn't always black and white. So make sure you seek out additional help and additional guidance and coaching with this topic if you feel you need it. Otherwise, I'm here for y'all. And you can get into my academy. Remember, you can get that free resources there in the free resource library to help nurture your self-esteem so you can believe in yourself and you can believe in that inner voice and you know how to nurture that calling. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.